You can always expect the unexpected whenever we talk about Will Smith and his family. From being a part of an entanglement.
An entanglement?
Yes.
To slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars, the Smiths always have something absolutely shocking going on, but we bet nothing prepared you for this one. That's right, folks. You might have heard rumors of Will Smith having an affair with Margot Robbie or Jada being in love with Tupac. But wait until you find out that Jada has accused the Grammy-winning producer Quincy Jones of turning her husband gay. Shocking, right? Did Quincy Jones really turn Will Smith into a homosexual? And if Jada's right and he actually did, then how? Not only that, but there are rumors that Quincy himself is gay as well. But how much of it is true, and how much of it is just baseless rumors? All of this and so much more in today's video. So without further ado, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about Quincy Jones, since he's the one being accused of turning Will Smith gay. The star has had a remarkable career and has worked with legends like Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, and Aretha Franklin. Considered one of the most successful producers in Hollywood, Quincy has successfully won 28 Grammy Awards and has been nominated for 80 Grammys in total. Besides being one of the most influential names in Hollywood, Jones has been somewhat of a mentor to several famous rappers and black actors, including Tupac Shakur and Will Smith. And guess what? Both of these stars are rumored to be bisexual. But wait, how do we know if they're bisexual or not? Seems like it's not just rumored anymore, because things just got serious. According to sources, a lot of young men were seen leaving Tupac's and Will's residences, and they complained about a lot of invasive, awkward, and sexual activities happening in their parties. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Both the stars are known to host extremely high-profile, yet very secret get-togethers, where several homoerotic activities, including young men, take place. But what does Quincy Jones have to do with those? And is there any evidence behind Jada's accusation? Let's talk about it. Initially, Tupac revealed in one of his interviews how Quincy had made active contributions towards the LGBTQ community and mentioned how he'd come forward with many indecent and sexual proposals. When the interview was freshly released, it gained a lot of traction and the public was very shocked. And it makes sense. Considering Quincy Jones' impact and fame, no one was expecting to hear a piece of news like that. But as soon as it started gaining more and more attention, seems like Quincy pulled a few strings, and that somehow led to the interview vanishing from the internet. Doing something like that shows that Quincy had more than just power, and the fact that social media wasn't being used the way it is today also benefited him. But there are only so many times he can pull strings to hide aspects of himself from the public. In the current time, social media users are able to dox others just by sitting at home, and the way information spreads like wildfire and is absolutely impossible to erase from the internet changes stuff a little. The interview that Tupac gave about Quincy was about how influential people forced the younger guys and the newbies of the film and music industry to give in to their dark desires and promise fame and riches in return. A user commented about the missing video and even quoted Tupac's statement in the interview in hopes of finding it again, but no use. According to the user, I vividly remember hearing Tupac say those words about Quincy with my own ears nearly a decade ago. Quincy held the key to the kingdom of the black music industry. Anyone striving for success at the highest echelons had to participate in his exclusive gatherings, including Dr. Dre. Interestingly, Tupac had a major dispute with Quincy Jones before he gave this interview, and a lot of people think that his anger drove him to expose Quincy. But with the Dear Mama rapper being dead and not here to validate the existence of the interview that has mysteriously vanished from the internet, there is no other option but to rely on the word of the people who are considered his closest. But later on, with their disputes being resolved, Tupac and Quincy grew so close and tight that the rapper was about to leave his record label to become a part of Quincy's. However, the rapper couldn't act on his wishes and died before he could make that transition. But what does Will Smith have to do with all of this? Well, we don't think Will's association with Tupac needs to be discussed. Jada's never-ending love for Tupac and a never-ending history of trying to one-up Tupac in front of Will is enough. But as time passes, more and more news and rumors leak, all of which lead to one thing. Will Smith is on his way to becoming what Quincy Jones is to the Hollywood elite, especially for Black artists. The star has been notorious for his extravagant, high-profile, and yet extremely secret parties. A lot of people have accused him of making indecent sexual advances at those parties, and not just towards women. People say that besides Quincy Jones and Diddy, Will Smith has also become one of the torchbearers of the gay gatekeepers of the industry. In fact, YouTube star Trisha Paytas has also accused the King Richard star of engaging in non-consensual sexual acts with one of her male dancers. Now, if it was a random person saying something like that, it was one thing. But when it's someone with a platform as big as Trisha giving out a statement like that too against someone as influential as Will Smith, it must take some guts. However, no remarks were made by the Men in Black star in response to the allegations. The silence is concerning, and the fact that Trisha is not the only person with a platform to accuse Smith of non-consensual homosexual advances is a matter that needs to be looked at as well. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Jaguar Wright, another famous YouTuber, also claimed to have seen significantly young Black men leaving Jada and Will's mansion in a rather distressed condition. According to her, the couple has been hosting extremely extravagant yet secret and sexual parties for years. Is that the most shocking thing ever? Considering the couple's highly unorthodox and open marriage, no. Let's not forget the fact that Will was fully aware of August Alsina and Jada's entanglement and even allowed them to stay at one of his mansions. If we have to talk about one of the strangest weddings in Hollywood, the list would be incomplete without Will and Jada's. But seems like the discussion has progressed far beyond the couple having affairs with other actors, since Will has become the new torchbearer of the high-profile and secret gay club of Hollywood. Alright folks, that's all for today. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the post notifications. We will be back soon. Until then, click on one of the 4 videos on your screen right now.